Hi, my name's Costas.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Magazine. I'm suffering at the moment with
Broken record syndrome.
continuous hiccups.
Yes.
I forgot how many days I've had it now.
You're trying to second guess the hiccup and talk in between.
So you're going to have to bear with my hiccups. I've never experienced or was aware of anyone having hiccups for longer than a short period of time, and I've had it for days now.
Boom!
It's gone!
I've been trying it all day. Okay, so, so we are going over, in this week's show,
Revolution by Gregory Wilson.
Revolution by Gregory Wilson, Implausibilities by Hudson Taylor, and our blast from the past this week is our lecture, the Michael Ammar lecture.
Yeah, it's not actually the lecture. We put this lecture as a blast from the past, as in Michael Ammar, legend as he is. He is from the past.
I mean, yeah.
You know, he's one of the older generations of magicians. I grew up learning magic with Michael Ammar and Daryl and that kind of stuff. So we're talking about Michael Ammar in general for being the blast from the past rather than the lecture.
Just the lecture. Yeah. So, cool.
Let's get on with
this week's show.
The first one, Silver, it's Revolution by Gregory Wilson. We won't watch the official trailer for this.
Ooh, okay.
We just talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because you've just seen it.
You've just said, that's it. You've just seen it.
So basically, you can get your deck and you can spin it like this and your finger.
Like so.
Like that. Of course, I can do it for longer, but
you can, of course.
Because of my hiccups, it just falls quicker. You see what I did there?
I saw what you did there.
Pretty cool, isn't it? I saw what you did. So yeah, I won't show you because I can't. Just the equilibrium, just not with it today.
There we go. Oh, that's a wobbly one. Anyway,
it's actually really easy to do.
It is quite easy to do. I've been working on it for a couple of days because it's just practice. It's just practice. When I first started, I was quite frustrated with it.
You say just practice. However, it does use a gimmick.
It does use a gimmick, yes.
And to be fair, you won't spot the gimmick. You won't spot the gimmick. It is there, and it helps you do this. Now you might think, well, what's the point? But it's pretty cool, eh?
It is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Approaching a group of people, and you spinning a deck of cards on our finger. Excuse the hiccup. It does look really impressive. It looks like you've got some pretty good skill there.
And the cool thing is, you can then give out the deck for them. Like, you can take the cards out, show that it's a regular deck of cards. You can put the cards back in, and you can have them try it. And I bet you they won't be able to do it. I bet you they won't be able to do it.
No, of course they won't be able to. And it's nice. It's really good. It does come with a routine.
You get a couple of extra things with your package.
It's like a card that's sort of warped and spiraled and...
Yeah, so sort of... Oh, I'm dropping it. See, the sort of routine that you get with it is you have someone select a card, you put the cards back in the box, you spin them, and then you say... we'll take the cards out, and you say, what was your card? You say the 8 of hearts or whatever, and you go through, and the 8 of hearts is the only one that is spun, and it's all misshapen and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's warped and stuff.
Yeah.
That routine is probably good for some people, but
I'm not kind of like using it
I'm
as
not
a
really
utility.
keen on it. As a utility device, I think it's fantastic. I don't think you really need a trick. I think this is just good as a standalone thing to use separately to any card magic.
Still practicing.
Greg Wilson, when he he does it. It does spin for a long time.
He's just got that down.
But he's Gregory Wilson. What else can you say? Now, as far as I'm concerned,
I'm still a bit wobbly.
That's enough.
Yeah, I mean,
because you don't want to go up to people and do this, and then as you see basketball players spin a basketball and they just stand in and it's just spinning. The fact that you can spin it for a couple of seconds
is far more than you would ever be able to do anyway. So, look at that. My next goal is to be able to throw it between one finger and the other while spinning.
Does he do that?
No.
Oh, you're not that good then, are you? He needs a bit more practice. Now that would be fun, spinning it and then catching it with this.
With the other finger.
Now there's probably someone out there that can do that.
Oh, no.
In fact, that can probably do that
from behind their back or something.
Without using the gimmick.
I wonder.
If there is, we'll be intrigued to watch it.
Send us a video.
We'll show it on our...
We will.
Yeah. So our 6.5 million viewers can watch it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's Revolution. There's not much more you can say about it. It's a fun utility device.
It's a cool box.
It's a cool box.
I love this box. I want to produce stuff in this box.
And to be honest, you kind of don't want to put it down. I've been messing with this for 2 days. It's just fun. Anyway, so that is
Revolution by Greg Wilson.
Wait.
You have a lot of fun with it.
Our next once-over this week is Implausibility by Hudson Taylor. Let's have a look at a performance of one of the tricks that I performed earlier and have a talk about it afterwards. Welcome, James.
How you doing, mate?
Pleasure, Costas. Welcome. Fancy seeing you here.
It's just the way I roll.
And of all the gin joints. Anyway, so I'd like to ask you a personal question.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever created a card before?
No.
Okay, well I'm going to take you through what I think is the easiest and simplest way, and one that you can take home with you. So you have, value-wise, ace through king. So you've got 13 cards to pick from.
Okay.
So what I'd like you to do is cut off somewhere between 1 and 13 cards from the top of the pack.
Yep.
And count that many cards, and that will be your value of your thought of card.
Okay.
Right. And so I don't know, just say the word stop.
Stop.
Bury those in the middle. Perfect. And so now I don't know how many cards you picked, or so forth and so forth. And Costas doesn't know either, because we're going to use Costas as a medium.
Okay.
So, first of all, we're going to use you to shuffle the pack, so we know that there's no sneaky stuff going on. Perfect. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take some of the pack, I'm going to spread it like that. Just ask you, can you see your cards somewhere in there?
No.
Nope. Okay, I'll take another third of the pack. Can you see your card somewhere in there?
Nope.
Nope. Okie dokie. And the last part of the pack. Can you see your card somewhere in there?
Yes.
Okay, Costas. Now, we're going to use you to divine what colour James's thought of card is. What do you think? Do you think it's red? Or do you think it's black?
Black.
Is it black?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, so you've got red, you've got black cards, so that means you've got clubs or spades. This is entirely up to you. What do you think? Do you think it's clubs or spades? Costas?
Club.
Is it a club?
This is.
It is a club. Ah, hey, you're doing well. Okay, so you could have had any card in here in the pack.
Yep.
Costas, I'm going to need you for this. What you're going to do is you're going to take the cards, you're going to deal them face up onto the table, and whenever you feel right, whenever it feels right, one card face down. Fair?
Yep.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here we are. That's the rest of the pack. This is the exciting bit. Not the Queen of Hearts. Didn't go for the Queen of Hearts. All red cards, apparently. Oh,
Yeah.
There, you sure?
Yeah.
Don't want to change your mind?
No.
Okay, so Costas could have gone one before. It would have been the Jack of Clubs. We do know it was a club.
Yeah.
Could have been. Could have gone one more. It could have been the King of Spades. You could have gone to the Six of Clubs. You could have gone to the Ace of Diamonds. You could have had any of those if you've gone all the way to the bottom of the deck. You stopped at one card. James, spread through, take out the face down card. For the first time, name the card you're thinking of.
4 of clubs.
Have a look at the card you turned over, Costas. 4 of clubs! Hey! Now you've just seen a quick performance of one of the effects that you can achieve whilst watching this DVD.
Now that one was called Get Into It.
Get into it.
Get Into It. It's actually a nice routine.
It is a nice routine.
It fooled me the first time I've seen it. I didn't watch the DVD in its entirety, so Chris chose that routine to perform. One, because it's probably the easiest one on the DVD.
I think yes, it is. That does come with a point about this DVD. Is there's a lot of practice involved in getting these right.
Yeah.
What more can I say without giving anything away?
I prefer a cantaloupe.
Yes.
Which is sort of the main focus routine on this DVD. When it was first shown to me by a good friend Titanus, completely fooled me. And the great thing is it's all hands off. The magician doesn't touch the cards. Spectators shuffle the cards. Someone chooses a certain amount of cards, and that's the number, the position of the card that's going to be in.
Later on, they don't even count or look at the number until the end of the trick.
Someone chooses another card, shuffling goes on, and then they deal down to the number of cards that someone dealt, and it's the chosen card, and it's really, really impressive. It's the first thing you see actually on the official trailer.
Yeah.
However, it uses a move or a sleight, whatever you want to call it.
That is very dependent. The trick is dependent on getting that exactly right. And sometimes you have to do multiple of them in a row. Which,
I've got no problem in doing it. Some people do. But if you do put effort into getting that right,
it's worth it.
It's worth it. You've got a fantastic effect.
You've got a really good effect.
Saying that, this trick that Chris performed, which is virtually self-working,
does not require that sleight/move.
It doesn't require anything as such, and it still has a fantastic ending. Now, I think knowing the methods of both and methods of some other stuff on the DVD, I think the spectators will see the outcomes the same.
I think so too.
I don't think... I still prefer a cantaloupe due to the method. The method really fascinates me. That's my kind of magic.
I totally agree with you. I think that is one of the most powerful ones on here.
But knowing the outcomes to a spectator, I think the outcome will be the same.
Yes.
It's just the first one, it's all hands off.
Yes, and us knowing a can, which is any card at any number, and this having the elements that we sort of feel are uncomfortable with are completely eliminated with this. The magician doesn't know the card, the magician doesn't know the number, doesn't have to. The number isn't known until the end. The card, it's all in the spectator's hands, and they get to shuffle before they count at the end, which is just really difficult to think about unless you know the method.
I love any card to any number plots, card at any number plots, you name it to any number,
you name it
whatever plot. The stuff on this is really, really good.
Yes.
You're definitely going to find something that you will want to perform.
Yeah.
Because it's got a lot of variance. None of the plots or routines are very similar.
Yeah,
correct. They are very varied. You got the self-working at Chris did. You got the A cantaloupe, which is my favourite, which I will be.
You'll be practicing.
I will be practicing. The reason we didn't do it today, I don't think I could have done it justice because I did not practice it as such. But what is needed is to most magicians, it's already in their arsenal.
There's a sandwich effect with 2 jokers, which is really powerful. You have 3 spectators pick a card, and without really doing anything to the deck, they are sandwiched between the jokers inside the pack. There's a do as I do routine, and the pattern revolves around a casino type effect. There's Get Into It, the one that I did, and a counter.
But there's also a section on moves and stuff.
There is. There's a bonus
Sleights.
section on moves, sleights, and controls that are all beautifully taught and skillfully done. Dun.
So not only do you get great routines, you also get everything taught to you that you sort of need to perform these routines.
Very true.
And it's up to you how much effort you want to actually put in to getting this work. Now,
But it's worth it.
I think that my 2 favourite ones are, the first one is A Cantaloupe, and the second one is actually the one that Chris did. I like the sandwich routine with the 2 jokers.
Yeah.
It's nice, but I still prefer...
It's very spectator orientated. The Joker one's very much in the magician's hands. But yeah, that's Implausibilities by Hudson Taylor. It's great.
highly recommended. Question answer this week. Haven't got one. We continue in from last week's. We sent out a request. Hiccup number 2554. To tell us what kind of lecture, who would you like to see lecture here at the Dow premises this year. We had 2 suggestions that I've never thought of.
Oh, cool.
Which actually are really good recommendations. So when we are Black in February, we'll be trying to sort those 2 people out. I don't know why I thought of them. So it's people like yourselves who give us a suggestion that we have never considered. So please keep on sending us your recommendations, who you would like to see lecture here. In case someone asks for Cyril, that's impossible. Dynamo, again, impossible.
But to be honest...
Copperfield, impossible.
Do we have Copperfield?
No, I didn't actually, but someone did suggest David Blaine, again, even probably more impossible than David Copperfield.
Probably.
But anyone else.
But that was the question. If you
yeah.
could have had anyone, who would you like to see? To be honest, we would like that too, if we could.
There is someone that we hopefully will be able to, if his timings in the UK are suitable, we will be having him here, and that's still in talks because things are not matching. But I won't say anything else because I don't know if it's going to happen. If it does, it'll be fantastic. But please keep on sending us your suggestions and recommendations. We'll have more lectures next year. We didn't have as many as I would like last year. In fact, we didn't have hardly any compared to the amount that we wanted to have. But this year, it would happen. So a lecture every at least month and a half. So let's make it happen. Give us your suggestions. We can book them in.
Our blast from the past this week is talking about the magic of Michael Ammar and about him as a person. Let's have a look at one of the effects from his At the Table Live lectures and have a talk about him in general afterwards. We have a royal hanky, royal purple, one of my favourite colours. We're going to leave that there. Costas, do you have a note of some value on you?
Is that a serious question?
That is a serious question. What I'd like you to do is take out one of your notes, scrumple it into a little ball, and put it down right there. Perfect.
Sacrilege.
I know. At least I'm not burning it. Put it face down. There we go, face down. And we're going to leave that over it so I can't see. Right? Now, every single note, or bill, depending on where you're from, has a serial number. So what I'm going to try and do, first of all, see there's nothing on the piece of paper. I am going to try and determine the number that is on your serial The cereal that is on your note. The note that is on your cereal. Okay.
I prefer sugar in my cereal.
Yeah, I was going to say. Here we go.
And in the microwave.
You put your cereal in the microwave?
Yeah. It has to be warm.
It gives me an idea.
So from what I just said, he's going to come up with a serial number. That's impressive, isn't it?
I know. Okay. Costas,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that.
Yeah.
And you've got your note.
Can I look at it?
Yes. Here we go. Open the note. I'm going to turn this to the camera so it can see. So you know I'm not making any switches before he reads it. And will you read out the number out loud?
A. H.
Okay. Just the numbers.
Okay. Oh, right. Then sorry.
We couldn't get letters.
6.
6.
8.
8.
0. 7.
7.
5.
5.
2.
2.
5.
5.
1.
1.
I'm impressed.
Thanks. You best be. So you've just seen a quick performance of one of the effects done on Michael Ammar's At the Table Live lectures. Let's have a talk about Michael Ammar. The man that is.
It's not really about Michael. The reason we put him on the Blast from the Past is because to a lot of us, Michael Ammar was there from the beginning of us getting involved into magic. You know, I've been magic for over 20 years, and Michael Ammar was there from the beginning. His videotapes, as well as Jeff McBride and Daryl and all that kind of stuff, all the L&L publishing things. So we thought,
Yes.
actually, let's put this in the Blast from the Past section, because even the stuff on this lecture is new and most of it unpublished. The person himself has been there from the beginning.
Yes.
So
He is the core of that.
now the routine that Chris performed to me, one thing I will say, the note was genuinely random from my wallet.
Correct.
It's great. I didn't realise how visual the whole thing was. I was a bit skeptical, thinking that it's not going to work, but it does.
It does. I mean, to be fair, if I had the option, I would do it with more people, as Michael did in the lecture.
You need a misdirection with this. That's why you need a bit more people, a bit more randomness, a bit more.
I mean, you do and you don't.
Yeah. But we're doing it in front of the camera, so the camera can spot everything.
Yes. He does it with 3 people, and he has a story sort of joke arc with it, and each person gets some information about the bill on each thing. So part of the serial number, and then it all matches at the end. Obviously, I don't have a crowd of you. I do it to you guys if you come over. So that was just sort of a quick demonstration rather than a proper performance. The way he does it is superior than what I did, but the effect was still the same in the sense of what I did was the same as what he did. Yeah?
Yeah, his routine was a bit too long for us.
Yes, all that, yeah.
What else did you like on the lecture?
I liked that they went over some of the stuff he did on Letterman, and I liked a lot of the questions that came in to talk to Michael Ammar about, like, how do you... one of the questions was, how do you go about creating a set? How do you go about creating the story arc to his tricks? Because he likes to do that sort of story arc with a lot of his tricks. Also, one of them was, if someone gives you an unprepared deck, or just one of their decks, an audience member's deck, what is your go-to trick with that? Which was quite interesting to see. It was a simple card effect, but in the sense of it being effective to a spectator, it was worth just having in your arsenal. It's always good to have that.
Now, personally, I think that was one of the best parts of the lecture.
during that.
Was that question that was asked and the answer that was given.
Yeah.
Because this is someone that knows more magic than most of us would ever
Combined.
know. You know, this is a guy that released DVDs on invisible thread, how to make your invisible thread, on card magic, on coin magic, on you name it, he's done it.
There's nothing,
you know, there's
he
no
doesn't know.
genre of magic that he doesn't know.
It's true.
So when someone asks him a question about, someone gives you an ordinary deck of cards, what trick would you do? I would want to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what this expert would
What
do.
Michael Ammar would do.
And then you realise, actually, he's performing something that's really easy.
Yeah, but I think that that sounds wrong in my head. I don't mean that is Michael Ammar in a nutshell. I mean that it's part of his persona to make things look simple, because he loves that simplistic idea of magic, that it shouldn't be all flashy and whatever, that it should really come down to the performer and what he's trying to show someone. And he talks about that in length, about performance techniques and stuff, about how sometimes the best misdirection in a trick can just be your face, which is simple and cool and great.
It is. Well, I would say all the time the best misdirection is your face, because the spectators would always follow your eyes. Mm-hmm. So wherever your eyes follow, the spectator will go as well.
Right.
So if you try to do misdirection and your eyes are following your hands, then of course the spectator's going to see it.
Yeah.
So it's all. In fact, Dave Jones talks about this a lot in his lecture, and it's one of the most important and interesting tips I've ever heard a magician lecture on. And hearing Michael Ammar talk about it as well, you know, it's sort of, it shows you how important this really is.
Yes.
You definitely do need to watch this lecture, because
You do. It's just,
it's
he's a person full of knowledge and someone that everyone should pay attention to.
it's a different caliber type. It's different lecture compared to a lot that we've looked at, because a lot of people, yes, they do a lecture because they've been going out performing, they've come up with all these ideas, they've been in the trenches, they've won the t-shirt, they've got this information and stuff, which, okay, is good, but it's still limited because their experience is nowhere as much as Michael Ammar.
Yes.
You know, they can create a lecture, they can go and do an at-the-table live lecture, cram it with 3 hours of fantastic material, but still not have the wealth of knowledge that Michael Ammar has got. No offense to these people that lecture.
No. It's that 10,000 hours thing. He's
It's
done it all.
It's as though this guy's done 10,000 hours on everything.
Yeah, each thing possible.
So, you know, that's why I highly recommend this.
And anything by Michael Ammar in general as well.
I've still got quite a few videotapes.
I've got some stuff that I know that I haven't watched.
Would not give away my Michael Ammar ones, my Jeff McBride ones, my Darrow videotapes.
I agree with that.
And a couple of others, just for prosperity. Everything else, you know, in fact, the next opportunity, probably at Blackpool, I'll be having a box with videotapes giving things away. I didn't realise I had so many. And we were paying £30, £40 for a videotape in those days. But yeah, highly recommended. The best one so far for me. Mm-hmm. But all the rest that we is still good. But
he's someone to learn from, no matter what age, intermediate level of magic, high level of magic, whatever. He's always someone to learn from.
And that's the At the Table Live lecture with Michael Ammar. Now this was a tough show.
So I join you. I join you in your pain.
It's so annoying. Has anyone got a cure for this?
Tell us.
I hope I don't have
question.
it. If I have it by next show, that means it'll be over a week.
Wow.
I'll be
Or
terrible.
you'll probably pass it on to me. Though.
Stop taking the mickey.
I wanted to share in your pain.
Yeah, it's taking the...
Okay, so we went over Gregory Wilson's Revolution this week, Hudson Taylor's Implausibilities, and our blast from the past was Michael Ammar's lecture, and Michael Ammar in general. We've still got so much in the pipeline that we can't talk about yet.
Oh, I can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it
anyway. So, on that note,
Bye.
catch you later.
Enlighten showcases a stunning effect from the uniquely talented mind of Ravi Meyer. The spectator selects a card. The performer tears off the card's corner, withdraws a lighter, and instructs the spectator to burn the card's corner, which vanishes in a spectacular flash of fire. The spectator is then instructed to examine the lighter, and, to their delight and surprise, they find the card's corner trapped inside the lighter itself.
So we ripped the corner off my card, and then suddenly it was in here. How fabulous! That's amazing.
Enlighten has a wide variety of routines that have been tried and tested in the real world. Routines that are being performed worldwide by professional magicians every day. So why not be one of them?
We're going to try an experiment with destruction, right? We need two things. First of all, we need a pack of playing cards. Secondly, if you will hold on to those, perfect. Secondly, we need a card chosen. So, you know what? Whenever you like, just say the word stop for me. Right there, down the bottom? Yeah, that's all right. We're not going to use the whole card, we're just going to use some of the card. All right, so have a look at it. Remember it, don't forget it. In fact, will you hold on to the pack for me? Brilliant. And we are just going to use the corner of the card. Hold on to that. Brilliant. And we need something else. Part of the destruction. We need a lighter. Right. So will you actually light the lighter for me? Brilliant. Yeah, go for it. Just light it. Brilliant. Go for it. What was it? The Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds. Actually, you've been holding that lighter. You just open your hand. Open it. And hopefully that should match Ace of Diamonds. Have a look.
Yeah, definitely does.
Oh, fantastic. You guys
That's
were
wonderful.
absolutely brilliant.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much.
No.
I think, is that the Queen of Clubs? What the f? If you have a look at that, should be the same.